Tēnā koutou katoa, nau mai, hara mai ki tōku reo. I'm Raimona.
And I'm Kura. Welcome to Tōku Reo. Our show is based on the Te Whanake Māori language resources by Professor John Moorfield. It's a fun and interactive show aimed at getting you guys speaking te reo Māori in the comfort of your own home.
It's been 2 weeks already since you joined us on your Māori language journey, and we've covered a lot.
Tēnā koe, tēnā kōrua, tēnā koutou, personal names, special terms of address, e.g. kia ora e kare. Just off the top of my head.
Just like that even.
Just like that.
Wicked. Well, just in case you can't remember them off the top of your head like old Sister Okura, tonight we're going to cover this week's material one last time before we move on to the next learning stage.
So let's get started with today's grammar point.
Whānau, you know the drill by now. Go away. Grammar time.
Katipu, kaora, hee!
Remember, our friend for terms of address is e. For our short terms like hoa, kui and kare, we put the e before each of them. Tēnā koe e hine. Hello, girl. Hine is a shortened term for ko hine, which is a variation of the term kōtiro, a kupu hou from last week, meaning girl. Kia ora e hoa. Hey, mate. Tēnā koe e kare. Hey, mate. Flash one all right, kare. Another word like hoa, but for closer friends. Kia ora e kui. Hi, ma'am. Kui is short for kuia, another word from last week meaning an elderly woman. Tēnā koe e moko. Hello, grandchild. Moko is short for mokopuna, from last week's episode meaning grandchild. Next, we introduce longer terms of address, and this is where we said bye-bye to our friend e. So we just had our greeting followed by our term of address. Here's some examples. Tēnā koe mokopuna. Hello, grandchild. Kia ora tamaiti. Hi, child. Tēnā koe matua. Hello, sir. Kia ora koutou. Hi, everyone. Tēnā koe mama. Hi, mum. Now we're going to line up all our field footage side by side that have our grammar points. Pay close attention because a challenge will come up later in the show based on our footage. Check it out.
Kia ora e hoi.
Hey,
Awesome day for the park, eh?
yeah, good one, all right.
Sorry, this is my nan.
Tēnā koe e kui.
Kia ora e tama.
Oh well, see you guys.
See you later.
Kia ora e tama. Tēnā koe matua. Hope you got your haka words sussed.
Yeah, of course.
I got a game this weekend though, so got to get some training in. This is my partner.
Kia ora poa.
Tēnā koe e tama.
Katipu, kaora, hee!
Last night you were introduced to ma when you want to talk about more than one person. Can you remember these? Kia ora e hoa ma. Hi, friends. Tēnā koutou e hine ma. Hey, girls. Tēnā koutou tamariki ma. Hello, children. Tēnā koutou e kare ma. Hello, friends, usually to close or good friends. So ma would be good to use when you want to greet more than one person at a time, instead of saying all the individual names. Let's look at 3 real-life scenarios where you could use ma. Okay, so you turn up to work for a meeting and some people are already seated. You could greet everyone like this. Tēnā koutou e hoa mā. Hello, colleagues or friends. If you're a teacher, when you enter the room and see the kids, you could use this. Tēnā koutou tamariki mā. Hello, children. And finally, if you're a coach of an all-boys sport team, listen to this for an appropriate way to greet them. Tēnā koutou e tama mā. Hello, boys. All right, let's take another look at our friends at the park using mā. Listen carefully, whānau.
Tēnā koutou e kare mā.
Hey, kia ora mahina.
Kia ora e hoa.
Kia ora, bro. What are you up to? Just cruising, really. But I think I might join you guys now.
Sweet. Well, should we get back into it, Karema?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Katipu, kaora, hei.
Remembering from last night, you were also introduced to kei te pēhea koe. How are you? And some different ways to answer this question. Let's take another look at these before we cross back to our hoa at the park. Kei te pēhea koe. How are you? Kei te pai. Good. Kei te hia kai. Hungry. Kua pau te hau. Exhausted. Kei te ngenge. Tired.
Tēnā kōrua.
Tēnā koe e hoa.
Tēnā koe. Kei te pēhea koe e kare.
Kei te pai ahau. Kei te pēhea koe rangi.
Kei te pai e hoa. Kei te pai.
That I say?
Aira.
Yeah, tēnei kupu te e mara. I often heard my elders calling people e mara, and in speeches it was a common term used on all our marae up in Hokianga, e mara. One meaning which I did hear was you are descendants of, or you are mara mara, of course, was chips off a tree. Whenenga mara mara. But I think it was more of a friendly term in a way in which we can put people at ease with e mara, and it's not a very formal term, but a good way of greeting people and saying e mara, tēnā koe. It was more on a common term rather than something more formal. And so it was often used in mihi, and in good conversation you can hear tēnā koe e mara.
Katipu, kaora, hei. Katipu, kaora, hei.
To reinforce what you're learning on Tōku Reo at home, visit our website at www.tokureo.maori.nz. On the homepage, you'll find a link to episodes. Find the episode you'd like to swat up on and click it. Here you'll find a summary of what's in that episode, as well as a list of interactive exercises down the right-hand side. Here's an example. Back at the homepage, you'll also find links to the other Te Whanake resources, more exercises, a forum for Tōku Reo viewers, and a free online Māori dictionary. Have fun, kia uru!
Katipu, kaora, hei.
Tēnā koutou katoa. In the last episode, we covered our first 10 Māori words of the week, and shortly we get into some more exercises to help retain these words. But first, let's take a look at all our words. Kare, an intimate friend. Kare. Hine, girl or young woman, short for kohine. Hine. Tama. Son or boy. Tama. Fire. Mother, aunt or female teacher. Fire. Tangata. Person or man. Tangata. Pakeke. Grown up or adult. Pakeke. Wahine. Woman or wife. Wahine. Koraiwa. Elderly man. Koraiwa. Tamariki. Children. Tamariki. Matua. Father, uncle or sir. Matua. Now we're going to have another look at our words, this time with the help of our visuals. This is an exercise you can get into at home. Just find pictures in books, mags, or even just draw them and test yourselves at home. Here are those words again. Kare, an intimate friend. Kare. Hine, girl, young woman, short for kōtiro. Hine. Tama, son or boy. Tama. Fire, mother, aunt or female teacher. Fire. Tangata, person or man. Tangata. Pakeke, grown up or adult. Pakeke. Wahine, woman or wife. Wahine. Koraiwa, elderly man. Koraiwa. Tamariki, children. Tamariki. Matua, father, uncle or sir. Matua.
Kotsipu, kaora, hee.
Attention! Yep, I'm here to drill you on your 10 words from yesterday. So I hope you've been practicing. But if you haven't, that's okay. We'll get to have another look at the kupu from yesterday. Pronounce first, then you'll see what it looks like. So here we go. Kotahi. 1. Kotahi. Rua. 2. Rua. Toru. 3. Toru. Fa. 4. Fa. Rima. 5. Rima. Woo! Hiakai means hungry. Hiakai. Be here. How? Be here. Ngingi. Tired. Ngingi. Pai. This is used to mean good. Pai. Reo. For this show, we mean language, but can also be used to mean dialect and voice. Reo. That was all of the kupu we covered yesterday. Now you get to see them again, but this time we're going to add some visuals to help you even more. Man, we're so good to you, whānau. Kotahi. 1. kotahi. Rua, 2. Rua. Toru, 3. Toru. Wha, 4. Wha. Rima, 5. Rima. Woo. Hiakai means hungry. Hiakai. Bear here. How? Bear here. Ngingi. Tired. Ngingi. Pai. This is used to mean good. Pai. Reo. For this show, we mean language, but can also be used to mean dialect and voice. Reo.
Our word for this week is tiemiemi, seesaw. It's a traditional word for seesaw, something found in playgrounds throughout New Zealand. And we wanted to resurrect tiemiemi as the word for seesaw.
Katipu kaora hi. Katipu kaora hi.
To access the podcast, go to www.tokureo.maori.nz and click on episodes. Choose your episode and move the mouse to the right-hand side of the screen where you'll find a link called Podcasts. Click this link to download Tōku Reo podcast to your iPod, MP3 player, etc. With video, audio and exercises, you can brush up on your te reo Māori skills anywhere, anytime, 24/7. Kia kaha.
Katipu kaora hi.
Okay, now it's time for this week's first dose of a day in the life of a native speaker. This is where a scene is played out completely in te reo Māori between native speakers so that you can hear the language in its most beautiful form. Now remember that you aren't expected to be able to translate the whole discussion. Just focus on picking up our grammar structure we're working on. Now, our native speakers will be shown twice. The first is for you at home to just listen. The second time round, we'll see our grammar points appear to the right of the screen so that you can see if you've got all the grammar points. Well, enough from me. Let's get into it.
Ko te mihi ki ngā mokopuna tēnei wā.
Ki ngā mihi ki ngā mokopuna. Ka aroha kia
Ka aroha a tāua mokopuna.
Ai wina wa tāua tupuranga mō ngā rā.
Poi ia.
Poi haere ia tāua.
Poi ia. Tēnā koe moko. Ai.
E ku mokopuna.
Me mātou ne hoki no te tairāwhiti tēnā koe kōka.
Kōka. Ai, ka tahi nora te kupu nei te whaia ka tai mai.
Te whaia ka hara mai nai nei kei a mātou no te rātu. Tēnā koe whaia.
Tēnā koe whaia. Me wetahi no ngā kohanga reo e rongo nei au. O ngā kaiako he whaia katoa.
He whaia katoa.
Ai. Nā tō rātou āhua kai chiaki ngā tamariki ne.
Ai, chiaki ngā tamariki ka mua hei whaia.
Kaora hi.
Ah, awesome. How'd you do? Do you think you got every line? Let's play it again.
Ko te mihi ki ngā mokopuna tēnei wā.
Ki ngā mihi ki ngā mokopuna.
Mokopuna.
Ka aroha kia
Ka aroha a tāua mokopuna.
Ai wina wa tāua tupuranga mō ngā rā.
Poi ia.
Poi haere ia tāua.
Poi ia. Tēnā koe moko. Ai.
E ku mokopuna.
Me mātou ne hoki no te tairāwhiti tēnā koe kōka.
Kōka. Ai, ka tahi nora
Koe
te
rā
kupu nei te whaia ka
O
tai
te
mai.
whaia ka hara mai nai nei kei a mātou no te rātu. Tēnā koe whaia.
Tēnā koe whaia. Me wetahi no ngā kohanga reo e rongo nei au, o ngā kaiako he whaia katoa.
whaia katoa,
Ai,
ai,
nā tō rātou āhua kai chiaki ngā tamariki ne.
Ai, tamariki ka mua hei whaia. Ai.
This is my other favourite part, listening to a conversation from a native speaker all in te reo. Just like the first part, don't fret about the amount of Māori being used. All you need to do is listen out for any of our kupuhou from today. And yep, just because I'm a nice guy, we'll play the footage for you twice. And see how many you can pick out, and if you're watching with a mate or a whānau member, see who can get the most. Here's the first one.
Ora kau he mea nui atu o tēnei au koto kiau i aku tamariki. In timata kau anau ki te koro maku tamariki kore ke paunga koro. Tako mātāmua ke te mea nui aku kōrero mōna i te take ko ia taku te maiti tuatai. Ko rima ana tau i nani, ka tahi, ka rua, ka toru, ka whā ana tau, ko mōheo ki te kōrero. Ko mōheo ki te hakahoki kōrero, ko mōheo ki te hianga, ki te tautohe-tohe. Ngenge pai i te mahi tohu-tohu i ai, taku reo. Ka rima ana tau, ko pākiaia tēnei mea te hiakai. Nā pakaru pai te pēke, te mahi whāngai ai. Kia hatia, kia pēhe atu, e te mai te tupu herana. Ia nena, ko haere ki te kura, ko tā te manoa.
Whew, round two. This time, when one of our kupu are used, it'll pop up on the screen with a flash. See how many you actually caught from the first time around.
Ora kau he mea nui atu o tēnei au koto kiau i aku tamariki. In timata kau anau ki te koro maku tamariki kore ke paunga koro. Tako mātāmua ke te mea nui aku kōrero mōna i te take ko ia taku te maiti tuatai. Ko rima ana tau i nani, ka tahi, ka rua, ka toru, ka whā ana tau, ko mōheo ki te kōrero, ko mōheo ki te hakahoki kōrero, ko mōheo ki te hianga, ki te tautohe-tohe. Ngenge pai i te mahi tohu-tohu i ai, taku reo. Ka rima ana tau, ko pākiaia tēnei mea te hiakai. Nā pakaru pai te pēke, te mahi whāngai ai. Kia hatia, kia pēhe atu, e te mai te tupu herana. Ia nena, ko haere ki te kura, ko tā te manoa.
Tēnā koutou. Again, we're going to look at vocabulary and how to learn it. One way is to write any new word you come across into a little notebook, which will become your dictionary. Add the meaning to that, and it helps if you add other information as well. Drawing a picture of the word and its meaning will help you remember it. Also, putting the word into a sentence so that you know how to use it, that helps as well. Any extra information you can add about the word, that will help you remember it. It's worth remembering too that if you have some emotional response to a word, you're more likely to remember it. Perhaps that's why we learn swear words so quickly.
Katipu, kaora, hei!
That's it. We're done with greetings for the moment. When you join us again, we'll be tackling another part of te reo Māori.
However, it's not the last time you'll hear these greetings. Kura and myself will continue to use them in coming episodes, and you'll also hear them in our role plays.
If you need to do some catch-up, remember tokureo.maori.nz.
A good idea. And then you'll be all set for our new lessons next week. So looking forward to it already.
Hope you can join us then. Last thing, podcast downloads. Get them. Te reo Māori 24/7. Get it in your ears, in your head.
Wicked. It's been nice spending time with you this week. Kia mau.
Kia u.
Ki tōku reo.